Welcome to Baldur's Gate 3, episode 52. In the last episode, we dealt with the undead problem in Baldur's Gate. Mystic Carrion is now dead. He was a mummy lord, someone who's immortal. In this episode, the plan is to go to the House of Grief to save Shadowheart's parents. I think it's our final companion quest that we can do before the very end of the game. You know, usually the romance companion will probably be on the first thing to do, right? Their quest, but not for me. Leave it till last. Let's go grab a newspaper from our favourite news hawker.
Get your copy of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette here. News that bites but... Oh. You again. It's gold, same as before.
I'll take one, thank you, Jonah.
Works great as toilet paper if you run out.
Where did the fog go? Banished by Umberly. Maybe handing that dwarf over was a good thing. Let me just peek down here for a moment.
Graffiti. It almost looks like it was done in my hand. Did I do this? That graffiti from before. I never thought I'd see it again.
Nice camera angle. Why did it stand out?
Well, I think I was the one who did it. I can recognize my own handwriting. How long ago was this? Years? All the time I spent training, hidden away from the world. I think I must have wanted to leave my mark somewhere. Just to prove I existed. Even to myself.
Fair enough, Shadowheart. Let's head over to the House of Grief. We're gonna go down and around, then back up here.
It's truly this petty.
Shar knows we're coming, it seems. Punishing Shadowheart on the road.
Welcome. The House of Grief lies just within. We are here to help.
Surprising habits of Karaturian warlords. It's funny because I just played through the Mass Effect trilogy on stream recently. Maybe not recently when this video comes out, but recently enough. Like when I read Turian, I'm like, I know what they are. They're probably different in this universe.
Welcome to the House of Grief. Or perhaps welcome is the wrong word, Shadowheart. There's been some debate whether you'd even show up and face the consequences of your actions. I assumed you tried to flee, like a craven.
Spare me your venom. I'm sure the Mother Superior will have plenty of her own.
All in due time.
Are you going to let us pass?
As I said, in due time. First, you submit to the mapping of the heart. Only then can we know what is to be done with you.
The mapping of the what?
This is the House of Grief. We strive to help those whose hearts have grown heavy. Be it with anger, melancholy, grief, or treachery. Submit to the mapping and reveal what lurks in your heart. If you consent, follow me. If you do not, leave.
Stay
Alright, Shadowheart. Take a
I'll
seat.
take this way.
Do you know why you are here?
There is something I lost. No. Had taken from me. My family. My life. I want it all back.
Loss is a gift, girl. Do you still not understand that? Now give me the true answer. What is your purpose in being here?
The artifact. I was sent to retrieve it. At any cost.
And who tasked you with this mission?
The Mother Superior of Shar... It's you.
Give me the honor of my name. In full.
I can't. My memories...
I know what's in that head of yours better than you do, girl. My name.
Mother Superior Viconia de Veer.
You still have the wits to recognize your betters. Good.
Viconia de Veer. If only Shar would bless me with the forgetting of your face.
You would have recognized your foul scent, if not for all this evil Sharan incense.
Always a pleasure to see old acquaintances. But you would be wise to not interfere in what is to come. Now descend. You have much to answer for.
Oh, a projection. Let us find her in the flesh then. So I can give her a hug.
Yes, old acquaintances. I don't know which game Viconia is part of, in either 1 or 2, but maybe both. I haven't played them. Cloister of Somber Embrace. There's some doors here that we could go into, and because we're a rogue, we will. Gives us some more backstory.
I think I might have hurt people here. Learned how to break their bodies. Their spirits. Quiet in here now. But it wasn't always so. Screams rang off these walls. I swear I can almost hear them.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting
Not great
times.
memories. Interrogation in 3 levels. Emotional, physical, and lethal. That last one is a bit drastic, I must say. I mean, they're all pretty bad, but we have the infiltration training.
A cunning disguise can serve a warrior of the Dark Lady better than any armor. That's what they always told us. I think this was my favorite part. Putting these on. Pretending to be someone else. I suppose that's been my whole life.
Yes, even when we met Shadowheart, she was kind of pretending to be someone else. Report on activities of Enver Gortash. Artifact mission challenges. Now let's head through the big doors. There is actually something else here. The Unburdening.
I remember this place now. A whole stolen childhood spent in these halls. The Mother Superior must be close. Soon this will all be over.
Soon it will all be over. We haven't heard the Sharan music for a while.
Keep going. Mother Superior's expecting you.
Rude. The NPC walked through the door and closed the door. And she's given a speech.
All pains forgotten. We shall be free.
Free from light, free from pain, free from all burdens.
Lady Shar shall restore us to our purest form.
There are a lot of them.
Never a dull moment.
Let's go say hello.
They already heard how you disgraced yourself before Lady Shar. How she marked you as the enemy. But it is quite another thing for them to see it for themselves. I am very glad you decided to return. A cautionary tale such as yours will be studied by Lady Shar's initiates for years to come. But perhaps I can make a case for some small measure of mercy. Give me the artifact, and I can at least make this quick.
Enough. I don't answer to you. Not anymore. I'm here for my family. That's right. I know what you did. And it's not going to be quick.
This is your family. And now you have turned your back on it. The artifact was your last chance to prove yourself. And you squandered it.
Why is the artifact so important to you?
Whispers reached my ears from all corners. Potential rivals of Lady Shar, all vying for the same prize. A new god, amassing the disaffected, the outcasts. Those who should turn to us. This absolute is but an upstart, disturbing the natural order and threatening to impede the glorious return of Lady Shar's pure, endless darkness. I had to act. I had to strangle that foul conspiracy while it was still in the cradle. We learned all we could. The artifact was the one thing the absolutists feared. The one thing they desperately wanted to keep out of their enemy's grasp. I had to have it.
And you thought you could best the Absolute? The Gif Yankee?
To fight so many foes openly could prove unwise. Shar's children are better deployed as daggers in the shadows, not massed upon a battlefield. So let the others fight while we wait. Once they are spent and bloodied from each other, we would slip in and take the prize. Alas, most of those I sent perished. All but one.
I should thank you. If you hadn't sent me on that suicide mission, I'd never have learned the truth.
You there! Surrender this one to me now, and you can consider Lady Shar's forces your allies in the battles to come.
I don't know if there's anyone that actually takes her up on this option. I'm sure there are. Even as an evil character, I don't know why you would. Never.
As you like. Lilala! For Shar!
Alright, time to fight the entire cloister. This fight's definitely much easier on a evil playthrough, I must say, because you can have half of these people join you, but no such luck this time. Now, Viconia does have a few interesting things. She's got Radiant Retort, so that is the ability from the Shar's Temple in Act 2. When they take radiant damage, reflected back twofold. And whenever she uses her channel divinity, she also heals a lot. But I guess we should start by clearing out some of the ranks of the followers. So let's go ahead and do that. Use some mini targets. Now, one thing you can do to make this fight much easier is just run up the stairs and, you know, then they all got to funnel up there, but I don't really like playing like that. So we're going to sort of stay back here, but we're not going to run up the stairs and make them all funnel. It's just weird to do.
This is the easy part.
But let's get Shahira to haste herself. You can go get started on these fellas.
Nature will not even notice you are gone.
Boo's got some personal beef, you know.
I am Lady Shar in the unknown father, offering an embrace of fang and claw.
Of course, she would summon wolves to purify Shadowheart. She also gives her Wayward Heart. Affected entity will be critically hit by Viconia's attacks. To end this effect, the creature must deny its Wayward Heart by acquiescing to Shar and aid in Viconia in combat. Pretty fucked up. Minx, how about a Chain Lightning? And then how about another Chain Lightning? Quickened Chain Lightning for free. That big old sword. I think there's one, yeah. This lady here, Pedalian Lamona, for whatever reason, she's temporarily hostile. None of the other ones are temporarily hostile. It's just her. I never understood why. We will try to counterspell it. There are going to be a lot of spells flying at us. This fight can get rather messy, especially when they start casting darkness, so... try to do what we can. I would honestly say this is probably one of the hardest fights in the game. Now let's keep the pressure on the Justiciars, or the Justiciar Crusaders rather, because they are definitely the scariest targets. Take him down. Man, Boo's fired up today. You know, Minx, there's a lot of targets around us, and Viconia just came on over, so it's a good time for a chain lightning. Although it didn't hit Viconia, it did take out the caster. Nice. We'll just try to keep Shadowheart away from Viconia a little bit, because, you know, Viconia does more damage to Shadowheart. Minx is being beat over the head. Now, the worst thing about darkness is that I can't really shoot anything in the darkness. So, we're just gonna have to go for the people on the sides. Alright, Jaheira, you're gonna have to save Minx. Too bad there. And none of those attacks actually worked there, but... Man, Viconia really doesn't like Boo. Swung at him. Spirit Guardian. I might actually get Shadowheart to use Spirit Guardians here, even though Viconia has the scary ability to make it so Shadowheart would die. She is around the corner right now, so it might actually be the best time to roll out our own Spirit Guardian. Like I said, this fight gets me... They do so much damage as well for like no reason. And there's the bone chill. That really sucks because I did want to heal next turn. See if I can take out one of the casters. Let's use the paralyze. Spirit Guardian again. Nice, awesome, sick. It really sucks that the bone chill keeps hitting. If the bone chill didn't hit, we could heal. But now Shadowheart's on 1 HP with bone chill. Like, man, you guys are so lucky. Alright, Franca is gonna do a runner. Because we really need some distance. Just need a little break in the action, you know? Viconia does not care about a little break in the action, though. I think Shadowheart would be able to take out these two. And it's definitely worth. Now, do we try to also take out this one, though?
Let me strike true.
Let's use Topple. And absolutely massive damage. Suddenly, it's not looking so bad. Franca led them on a wild goose chase while Shadowheart was cleaning up. Pretty good teamwork, I must say.
Very well.
I definitely know that Frank is just gonna be teleported onto again. Nope. Oof. Let's go ahead and res Jaheira. We'll chug a potion. Yeah, Frank is definitely... Man, Viconia really is a bitch. Just keep spamming Spirit Guardians. Can we possibly land a bolt of celestial light? Yes, we can. See if we can stun the other. Nice. Alright, Shadowheart, turn off Spirit Guardians. Res Minx. Got a nice little fireball, Minx. Seems good. You can fly until the end of turn. Sadly, he doesn't have enough movement to like go anywhere that is super useful, but get him up there away from Viconia. Counterspelling.
On the hunt.
Alright, Jaheira's gonna head over to Franker to Riz. As for Shadowheart, we need to somehow deal with Viconia. With Thunderous Smite. Nice, we broke the Spirit Guardians. Now we won't be using... I was gonna say, we won't be using Smite. And then she knocked Shadowheart on her ass. Interesting. Alright, a Riz on Franker. God, if Shadowheart could smite, she would. See, she's going in, you know? The 1v1's happening. Now, because Franker just got Riz, this counts as her first turn again. Which is very nice. Ah, what a fight, though.
Finish it. Send me to Lady Shar's embrace.
She still has answers I need.
I'll get on with it.
My parents. Where are they?
So blunt. Have you forgotten all the interrogation techniques I taught you? Where is the finesse?
Answer me!
They are right through that door in the Chamber of Loss. Where they have been all along. You saw them many times, only we made you forget. But they didn't forget. They watched as we molded you. They watched, they wept, they bled, often at your hand. It may not be a happy reunion, but it will be a memorable one.
Such cruelty.
Why? Why me? Why all this effort?
Lady Shar commanded me, and I obeyed. I do not question. I merely act as she wills me to. I had an enclave in Waterdeep, you know. Much grander than this. Shar ordered me to raise it. Kill all who followed me. Claim they betrayed me. When in fact, I slew those who showed nothing but loyalty. Shar had me do that. And I did. To cover my tracks. To usher in you.
It's fucked
up. What are you
up.
talking about?
You became my mission. To take a child of Selûne's and turn her over to Lady Shar. To show that all light fades and darkness will prevail in the end. All this was to make you into what the Dark Lady needed you to be. The planning, the training, those deaths in Waterdeep. It was all to groom you to replace me at her right-hand side. And still you threw it away.
Are you expecting sympathy?
Sympathy is for the weak. I merely wanted to say my piece. I wanted her to know the cost of her education. Now, do what you will.
Well, what do you want to do, Shadowheart?
I want to see my parents. And I don't care what happens to this one. She's been in my head long enough already. Do what you like. I know you'll choose well.
What are you doing? Come back and finish this yourself. You owe me that.
Let go, Mother. Embrace loss.
She stands at the same crossroads you yourself once did, Viconia. But it seems you are not quite the teacher you thought.
Boo thinks you have had every chance to change your ways. Count yourself blessed it is not he who judges you today.
There's only one option for a character like this.
I draw near, my lady.
Shar did not come to Viconia's defense. All who bow to her are disposable pawns, in the end. The mission she sent me on was a lie. Same as everything else she ever told me. She sowed her own downfall in trying to take the prism for herself. Had she never sent me, I'd still bow to Shar, none the wiser.
Well, Viconia won't be a problem anymore. Shall we go see your parents?
My parents are still captive. I need to free them.
Meet the parents.
So Shar, and who knows what other gods, fight over the prism like brats over boiled sweets. And it is the mortal realms that suffer. Would that there was a hand big enough to smack them all. Meaning no insult. Oak Father Sylvanus.
Boo is overjoyed with our victory. Another den of evil vanquished, and an old foe defeated. Well, Viconia was a friend for a short time beforehand, but then a foe once more. Yes, Boo, a most wicked witch. The very mention of her name gives him nightmares to this day.
Well, at least he got some licks in. What did she do to him?
Boo and Minsk have traveled far and wide, and met many fine and not so fine people. It will surprise you to learn that even the wisest of friends do not always recognize Boo for what he is.
A miniature giant space hamster?
Exactly! The Drow was a cruel witch, but a clever one. She knew what Boo was right away, and she had never seen his like before. She wished to inspect his handsome magnificence, and so she did. One night, while he lay asleep, twitching his whiskers in happy dreams, she crept upon his tiny bedroll holding a knife as slim as a toothpick. She meant to spill his miniature guts and study them.
I'm surprised you didn't kill her there and then.
I did not get the chance. Boo never sleeps deeply while evil is near. He sprang into action and almost blinded the witch. She had fled from our camp by morning, when Boo told me the whole tale over a breakfast of berries and nuts.
Alright, what does Viconia have for us? This legendary shield, which we won't be using in this playthrough. Generally, I do give this to Shadowheart because she's running like full cleric most of the time, you know. We don't need it in this playthrough because we're not. And also the Handmaiden's Mace, which sets the wearer's strength to 18. At this point in the game, I don't know why you'd set your strength to only 18, but
Something good here, I hope.
I'm sure some of these other Shar worshippers that we tried might have something worth looking at, but I don't want to go through all of their dead bodies to find out. So let's move on. Head through here.
A little hideaway. Why does this place seem so familiar?
Night Orchid Cave. Hastily written note. I do not want to forget who I am. I like flowers. I like animals. My name is...
A mirror that steals memories. Very Sharan.
Maybe this was a room that Shadowheart spent a lot of time in, because there's a bunch of night orchids here, and, well, it would make sense. Head over this way to the dormitory.
Shadowheart? I wasn't sure if I'd ever lay eyes on you again. It's me, Nocturne. Do you remember?
Remind me?
We trained together. We used to be close. I'm glad to see you're all right.
I don't remember you.
Oh. A pity. Perhaps we can talk some more later? That is, if you're not about to turn on me. It seems you no longer walk in the Dark Lady's shadow.
Shar condemned me. By her decree, you and I are enemies.
Only if you wish us to be. You may not remember, but we shared a lot together once. Good times. Hard times. I will not turn on you, even if it angers Lady Shar.
That's good enough for me. I'm not sure what I expected coming back to this place. Certainly not a friend. There must be all sorts you can tell me. Things I can't even remember.
There are, but with the Mother Superior gone, I don't know if I can stay here to reminisce. Perhaps there's another enclave out there for me.
You don't need Shar.
You don't, perhaps. Not everyone is as brave. I'll leave come tomorrow. Come see me before then. I was working as quartermaster. I can sell you some things to aid you. And we can catch up.
Check around first. In service of the night. Jewelry box.
Jewels. Why do I remember these of all things? A gift from Solda Nessela, Mother Superior said.
Another vault key that I don't need.
I could never quite tell if she was proud of them or not.
Also, the Shadowheart weir does look pretty sick. I wish there was some sort of like transmog in this game. Interrogation log.
Githyanki. Part of the Sharan's preparations to seize the astral prism, no doubt.
Nocturne has a journal over here. Don't mind if I read it, do you, Nocturne?
I can still scarcely believe it. You've returned, and the Mother Superior is gone. So much can change, so quickly.
There's much I still can't remember. Can you share anything with me from when we were young?
Well, you had a pet mouse for a while. It was against the rules, of course. You used to hide him under your robes and feed him from your rations.
Did he have a name?
Nibbles. I suggested Bree, but you were having none of it. She caught you with him. Forced you to get rid of him in front of everyone. To make an example. You always loved animals. But you never let yourself get too close after that. I'm sorry. Not the sort of thing you want to hear, I'm sure.
I don't suppose there are any pleasant memories you could share.
Well... You know that little scar on your elbow?
Go on.
I was there when you picked that up. It was years ago when we were initiates. Some of the others were intent on tormenting us until you showed them the error of their ways. I think it was 6 against 2, and most of them were bigger than us to boot, but you saw them off, all of them. There were some bruised lips and black eyes in the mess hall that night. And from then on, they left us alone. Or at least, they bothered us less.
And what about the scars?
A collision between your elbow and the teeth of a girl called Baldur. She came away from it worse than you. She was on the same mission as you. I suppose she won't be coming back. In any case, the Mother Superior soon broke up the fighting, though she didn't punish us. In fact, I saw her smiling. I think she was proud of you.
Anything else?
Just small things, silly things. The sort you'd scarcely recall even if your memories were left intact. You had a little hiding place that you went to when you needed to get away. You brought me there sometimes. We'd talk, play, read, do each other's hair.
I think I found the place you mean. Behind the storage area?
You'd be the first. As quartermaster, I was able to keep it hidden back there, exactly as you left it.
You're the one responsible for my hair.
The plait and fringe? Yes, on your instructions, of course. You were very intent on a bold look, I think you said.
It was bold.
My hands were cramped by the time I finished, but you were very pleased. I like the new look as well, though. You always did like a dramatic touch.
Are you really going to remain with the church? There's no need, now that Viconia is gone.
Remains to be seen. This place is all I've ever known. In time, perhaps I'll venture out there, see what I've been missing. But for now, old habits die hard.
That was a nice little interaction for Shadowheart.
I see them. I see my parents. Gods, what's been done to them?
First Shadowheart, there's a book over here. Captives of Shar. You know, there's a time in every relationship where you gotta meet the parents. Generally, it's not like this.
It can't be. Another vile trick.
No, there is no trick. It's her. Jennifer. Jan. Our little girl.
Moon Maiden's grace. It is you.
I'm here to get you out of here. They're all gone. It's over.
is not over.
Oh, hello, Shar.
It matters not if you raise this place, if you slay every one of your brothers and sisters. That was never where my power resided. Every time you tried to step away from me, every time you tried to reach for Selûne, my hold on you bites deeper. If you had learned, if you had obeyed, there would be no pain. But you struggle on. You will make things worse for yourself. And for them.
You're a monster, not a goddess.
I am neither. I am nothing. I am the empty room. The dreamless sleep. The shadow's shadow. There was no pain before my sister set the sun aflame. Now you exist to suffer. Until you find your way back to my embrace.
Enough! I'm taking my parents away from here. I'm taking them away from you!
You cannot. We are still bound to you. You cannot both free us and free yourself from her curse. The Moon Maiden needs you more than she needs us. You are the future. You must return to the fold. We are the past. And our duty is almost done.
Eloquently put. His mind stood up well to his time here. The same cannot be said for your mother. Such brief, fragile lives humans lead. This is my final lesson. I leave you now to dwell on your mistakes and make your choice.
Shar's parting words make your flesh crawl. There is no lesson to be learned here, only a family's torment, a spiteful goddess's whims, and an unspeakable choice to be made.
She's gone. I don't understand.
Shar will never admit defeat. Not until she has stolen one last thing from you. We cannot allow your future to be her last prize. Not after all your mother and I have endured. To see you again. Your companion understands, I think. Help her, please. Help her see what must be done.
You have a choice before you, Shadowheart. Free your parents, or rid yourself of Shar's curse.
No, I can't. I came here for them.
And you did. You found us. All these years, that dream kept us going. That you would break free. No matter what they made you do to us, we knew you were still in there.
I knew the Dark Woods wouldn't frighten you. You were always such a brave girl.
She was, and still is. You've saved us. Now save yourself. You'll be out of Shar's reach, and we'll be at peace.
But I only just found you again after all this time. I can't lose you again.
We'll still be with you. By the Moon Maiden's grace, we'll never be far. Please, Jennifer.
Now, generally, I let Shadowheart make her choice. And usually, well, she ends her parents' misery. Because, what the game forces upon you when you haven't discovered every little secret in this game, but most of them don't trigger because of bugs. So it's actually quite hard for her to free her parents just by herself. Doesn't generally happen. So I've never actually freed them before. And I want to this time. Shadowheart, don't lose your parents again. The pain can be handled.
But the curse... We'll just have to go on like this. Suffering.
You can endure it together, as a family. This is what you've been looking for. Don't deny yourselves. Who can trust Shar on a curse anyway? Screw Shar. Minx, I need your help. Pink. The final roll. I used all 4 inspirations.
I didn't come this far just to give up at the final hurdle. We're leaving this place together. I'm going to take care of you.
Our time has passed, Genevieve. You must not let us burden you.
You're no burden. You're my strength. I think I know where my willful side comes from now.
But...
Hush, Arnel. Jen wants her family. Jen shall have her family. How can we help, dear?
Now you gotta remember, whatever Shar has, so does Saluna. So a curse can be broken.
Get out of this place as soon as your strength allows. There's a camp. You'll be safe there.
Definitely a bit more emotional saying goodbye to them, but also pretty emotional when you don't.
Everything that's happened. Shar, my parents. It's almost too much to take in. Give me a night to try and get my head together.
Shar believes us so fearful of pain that we would empty our lives of all other feeling just to escape it. I will admit a petty sort of pleasure in watching Shadowheart make the goddess look ill-equipped.
Ha! The heart of a berserker beats in the cleric's chest. Shar thinks this pain is a punishment. No! Pain is a promise that all our enemies' blows have not killed us and will be heaped back upon their heads tenfold. Lady of Loss, I see now, Boo, because she is always losing.
Well said, Minx. That's like the smartest thing Minx has ever said. So back here we have a Mirror of Loss, which we can actually interact with and gain permanent stats with if we want to.
Huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror. One used by the Sharans to plunder memories from the minds of others.
This feels familiar to me somehow. I'm sure I've stood before this mirror before. Many times, perhaps.
Like, we can offer a prayer and also offer memories to it. We're not gonna deal with that in this playthrough. We're not gonna mess with the Mirror of Loss. We don't want to give Shar any of our stuff. Alright, let's leave this desecrated temple.
A privilege to witness such a reunion. Shadowheart deserves to have her family restored, when Shar has taken so much from her already.
Credit where it's due. Shadowheart is tenacious and tougher than I expected. Pain can break anyone, but she bore it well and got what she wanted, even if she's damned herself to a lifetime of that same pain.
Shadowheart looks so happy, doesn't she? She seems, found. In a way she never seen before, even when she was most devoted to Shar. Her folks must be so glad to have her back, and to see who she's become.
Shadowheart's search is concluded. The Night Singer may inflict pain upon her, but never her will.
Shadowheart did what was right, knowing she stood to suffer for it. In so doing, she proved what it means to be a hero.
Yep.
I heard birdsong at dusk coming here. You don't know what it's like to hear music like that again, after so long without. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My daughter found her way in the end, and found a good friend in you along the way. Oh, I see. More than a friend. Apologies. I forget my little girl is not so little anymore. Apologies. Even the littlest thing wears me out.
Fine.
I should rest a little. We'll talk soon, Jennifer.
Look, she's going through it. I understand. I mean, I am a white-haired elf.
You've shown great kindness, allowing my wife and I to remain with you. Thank you. I'm glad Jennifer found you.
As am I.
You are more than just a friend to her, aren't you? I saw the way she looked at you. It reminded me of her mother when we first met. Don't worry. I am truly glad she found you. And I have scant energy to play the stern father. There must be stories you could tell. But perhaps another time. I'm afraid my strength has not returned just yet. Decades in that place has left me maimed. Body and soul. Some rest, perhaps, will make me better company.
Fair enough.
Doesn't look like anyone's been here in a while. Perhaps people lost faith. Or forgot about it. I wanted to come here. To see if I felt anything that I hadn't done before. Now that I know what I know. Now that I know who I am.
Do you feel anything?
I don't know. For so long I only felt what she wanted me to. Now I have to do it for myself and I feel like I'm drowning.
I don't think this is the right time to make a joke, but the first option. You're putting too much pressure on yourself. Give it time.
So much time's been lost already. Most of it I can't even remember. And what I do remember, it would have been so much easier to just become a monster. I have my family back. And now I can't even look them in the eye. I don't deserve to be anyone's daughter.
I heard that actually you couldn't give Shadowheart a hug back in the day. When the game first released. That would have been so terrible just to stand there and watch her cry.
That's not true.
Not even close.
I'm sorry. You shouldn't have to see me like this.
Alive? Free? Feeling? I've dreamt for years of seeing you like this.
Seeing you as yourself again, Jen. It kept us going all this time.
I can't be your Jennifer. Not as you remember her.
Of course you can.
No. I'd be turning my back on too much. Shadowheart is as much part of who I am as Jennifer. I can't just forget her. That's not what I do anymore. Besides, Shadowheart still suits me. Even better than before, perhaps. You can't cast a shadow without some light. Don't worry. I'm still your daughter. If you want me to be.
I'll call you whatever you like, so long as you're happy. Arnell?
The Moon Maiden guides and helps us find our true selves. Shadowheart. Daughter.
That was emotional. A nice scene. Anything more to talk about?
Moon Maiden's blessings to you.
How do you feel now? Seemed confused before.
It comes and goes, and eventually it will come more often than it goes. Time is far crueler than Shar could ever be. I do not think I will ever get better. But I wish to make the most of the time I have left with my family. Besides, I'm tougher than I look. I'll fight on, now that I have something to fight for.
Well, I'm glad things worked out for you and your family.
We are a small family. Smaller than I hoped for. But we are whole again.
And what comes now?
Now this old lady will be getting in the way in your fine camp, I'm afraid. Don't worry. I shall pull my weight and help how I can. After so long in captivity, it feels good to use my hands again.
Feel free to help Gale. He's been cooking and it's terrible.
Seluna's blessings to you.
So you're a lycanthrope, huh? Shadowheart shared some of her memories with me.
I am. But with Seluna's guidance, I learned how to control the beast long ago. I only let it loose again when my family was threatened. Unfortunately, I was unable to stop what befell us, as neither elf nor wolf.
Well, you tried your best. And you accept your daughter's choice of name?
Of course. Only a fool would alienate his child over a name. Shadowheart must determine her own path. That is what the Moon Maiden teaches. Still, I am unused to it. I can only hope she forgives a slip of the tongue now and again, until I adapt.
I kind of feel bad asking it, but I'm interested in what happens. What happened during all those years? What did they make your daughter do to you?
I'm sorry, but what happened in that room, that must stay within the family. Just know that we endured and are grateful for your help.
I thought that would probably be the answer. I wouldn't ask her in real life, but it's a video game. I wanted to know. What comes next for you?
My wife will need care. I wish to find somewhere quiet, close to nature, where the sun can warm us and the moon can watch over us as we sleep. And Shadowheart, too, may wish to join us, perhaps, with her fine paramour at her side. Once you've put down this absolute threat together. I've gleaned enough from word around this camp to know you're more than capable. You will prevail.
Thanks. So we're living with Shadowheart's parents now. We'll look after them. What a nice episode. A bit emotional at the end there because scenes that I haven't seen and, free in appearance. In the next episode, I think we start the road towards Orin. It should only take a few. It's a little bit shorter to get there than what was Gortash. We'll probably do the first part of the road to Orin next episode, but there are some good fights coming up. We're not quite done with the series, obviously. Even when we do Orin, there is still a little bit to go, and one of the coolest fights in the video game will be coming after that. Thank you for joining me in this episode, though. A great one. The House of Grief is always fun to go to, even though it's not so fun to go to. It's called the House of Grief for a reason, right? It's a good fight. Definitely made me use my skill at the video game. If I was playing honor mode in this playthrough, I would be sweating. Hope you have a great night or day, depending on when you are watching it. And I will see you in the next one.